la religion. Aku pagtangan.
Tape recorder, take one.